Hi guys, in this tutorial, I want to show you how you can design a contact us page. So we're using WooCommerce for this, and this tutorial, like I always introduce at the beginning of the series, it forms part of a much larger course, which is the how to design a WooCommerce course. So but this tutorial is just focused on designing a contact us page with WooCommerce. Right? We want to design a contact us page, right? So the first thing we need to do is to have a page builder. So we need to go to plugins, add new plugins, and then look for Brizy, which is a page builder, because this course and tutorial has been making use of the Brizy plugin. I could leave a link so that you would be able to get an account with Brizy and then go to this page, install and activate Brizy plugin. There are a lot of plugins, page builders, but for this tutorial, we are using Brizy. So having done that, the next thing we need to do is to go to media and then go to add new, and then just add any picture you feel like you would be needing for this to build out your contact us page, any pictures at all. So you add that here. So once you're done, then you've done all the prep work, right? So the next thing is let's get started with building this contact us page. So we go to pages, right? And then we click on all pages. And then we click on contact us. So we've created this page by just going to add new and typing out and creating a contact us page. But really this page has no design here, and that's what we're going to be doing in this tutorial. So we just click on edit so that we can start designing our contact us page. Now, again, let's go to edit with Brizy. So on edit with Brizy, we want to first of all change the template. It's on Brizy template, and so it has no header and no footer. So let's change it to default template so it can pull out, default, so you can pull out the header and the footer that we already built before now, all right, from the theme. So now we have the header, and this header and footer was built from the theme. So definitely, if you don't know what we're talking about, you should go and see the full course, go to bustling.com and take it. All right, so let's go back and let's go back again. So if you see, if we're taking the full course, you notice that you know that we are using the Candace theme, right? So the Candace theme has the settings over here when we click on it, which is the theme page settings. And depending on the theme you're using, you may not have this, right? So Candace theme comes with this. And what we want to do is to go to page title and just put that on disable. When we put that on disable, we update. And then we click on edit with Brizy again. And what we'll see is that there was previously contact us here, this title, contact us, but it's no longer there because we just disabled it. We don't want to have that. So having done this, let me also quickly show you what we should be doing. So we click on a plus sign and we can decide to create a block from the scratch, or we could use one of the pre-built block, or we could use a pre-built template layout, which makes it faster. So the layout is like an entire page already built out with Brizy. And if you notice, most of this template has Pro on it. That means you need to be on Brizy Pro to be using the template. And the blocks as well has quite a good number with Pro on it, meaning that you need to be using Brizy Pro to use the template. Again, I'll leave a link to Brizy so you can get the Pro version if you want. So we're either using a preview block, all right, or a prebuilt layout, that's an entire page, or we want to start building our own from scratch. So to make things easier, we'll use something that is already prebuilt. So let's go for layouts, right? And if we go for layouts, we would see that most of them is Pro, but for this tutorial, I want to use something free so that everyone can, photo shoots, even if they're on a free version. And whatever you learn on this tutorial, you could also use it when you're using the Pro. It's just the same thing. The only thing is with the Pro version, you have access to more templates, more blogs, and more support and all of those good stuff. All right, so let's see which of these free template course. Now when we clicked on layout, we clicked on free, right? So now we only have just a few layouts. So let's see which of these few layouts would be best suited for a contact us page. Contact us page. Can we find? No, I can't find anyone. No. So if we check all categories of layout, I'm sure we'll be able to find a good one for contact us page. But because you're not on the pro plan, we can't have access to this. So what we'll just do is we'll make use of the block, prebuilt blocks. So we'll go here and let's try to use prebuilt blocks to build out our website page. So let's try to first create a header, all right? So we'll just click over here to hero. That's the big hero image stuff. So let's see. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, heroes. All right, so let's look for a free hero image that would make sense for what we want. Okay, so let's see. Just find one that we want, and then we'll make use of it. And we're also looking for one that is also free. Okay, so I'll go with this one. Don't worry, we can change things about that. Okay, let's just see if we we'll find another one that looks better than that. Can go with this one. All right. Okay, let's use another block, maybe because the contact us page is supposed to have a form. So let's click on contacts and let's look for a free form. I think this is good. And yeah, I think we are good. Since we have two hero images, if you come over here and then you click here, you'll be on this block settings. So any change you make here would affect the block. For example, if you wanted to change the cover picture, you can see here like the background photo for this entire block, or this entire thing over here is a block. So if you want to change the background photo for the entire block, you just click on the block settings, which is this, and then you click on photos, which is this, and then you can click here and include a background photo. So let's see what background photo we can give to this. So if you have a picture you want to use for the background photo, can't find a good one. Okay. Let's just use this one. So what you notice is that this became the photo, you know, for the entire background. Now I want to show you something called an overlay, right? So this is like a kind of shadow on a picture or something. So let me use black, and the overlay is at the peak, like it's at the height of it. So let's reduce this overlay. So the more we reduce the overlay, the more the background becomes more transparent, right? And if we remove all of the overlay, you can see, make it. So this is us adjusting the overlay. All right. So now I just showed you what is called the block settings. Let me also show you this one. This is for reordering blocks, reorder blocks. So if you want this block to be down here, you can reorder it to be down here. If you want to move this block like this, you can reorder it to move the block like this. Again, let me also show you this part of it. You can decide to make this entire page not to be accessible to everyone and be accessible to only people who are not logged in. You can want to make this page to be accessible to only people who are logged in, or only customers, only shop managers, only subscribers. It totally depends on you. But since it's a contractor's page, I will leave it at default because I want this page to be accessible by everyone, right? So having shown you this, and having also shown you the block settings, another thing I want to show you is the element setting. So this thing over here is an element, and you can see, I think it's an image element. So if we click here, you can see the image, right? And you can change it. This over here is an element, this here is an element. So when you click on it, the settings you get would be for that element. So other than element settings and block settings, there's also a column setting. So if you look at this blue line, is a column. So if you click here, the settings you'll see will be for that entire column. For example, if you want to put an image for not the entire block now, but for just this column, you can click here, right? And let's just do something so you would see what I'm talking about. All right, so what we'll see now is that there's now an image, but only for that column, right? So let's take it back. So now this is the redo button, and then the undo button to go back, and the redo button. So let's click undo to undo that change. And we have, so next thing we can do is we can start editing. So we can change the image, remove this image, put a new image. For example, since it's contractors page rather, we can put a new image for the contractors page. And let's see. For the contact us page, let's say we put this image. Will it make sense? Let's try it. Okay, so can put an image. We can change this text so it can pop out to like white, right? So let's just delete this button. So basically what you're doing is to picture how you want your contact us page to look like. So now you can add an element in between. So if you want to add an element in between two blocks, you come over here. You can add a prebuilt block or layout, but in this case, we'll create our own, and then we'll add a space so that everything is not too jam-packed. All right, so we add a spacer here, and that's element we added just to give a bit of space between this one and this one. All right, so instead of this, we can put contact us, increase it, and make it a H1 tag, a heading 1. So now, something to note, right? We didn't have contact us here before. If we did, it would have had a H1 tag. That is the heading 1. So we are free to make this a H1 tag. Just for technical and something called SEO reasons, it is not advisable to have more than one H1 tag. So if we did not disable the title here, which is already a H1 tag, we shouldn't put this contact us as a H1. Don't worry, if you don't understand, you'll get it. You'll get it at some point. But basically, that's just it. So we made this a H1 tag, right? And that is fine because this was turned off. Because if this was on, it would have been a H1 tag, and it wouldn't be. We shouldn't do this the same H1. Anyways, so that's that. So we just put contact us, and right, and then we can make this pop a bit by making it, let's say, a white color. We can put our own text, right? We can put our own text. This is not the best picture for a contact us page. So let me see if I can change this. If I have another picture that we can put, because this is looking too serious. So let me see if there's some other photograph. that already have. Anyways, you can decide to upload a new photo, right? But I don't have any to upload, so let me just look through what I have and see if any of the uploaded ones here would make better sense. So yeah, I think this is better. Since the store is selling these two, yeah, I think this is better to use, because that other one was just people working on a desktop. It looks like a consulting firm. But this store is supposed to be, or the contact us page you are trying to create is supposed to be for a store that sells massaging tools, right? All right, so let's see if we can add something else. Let's see if we can add maybe an icon. All right, so let's see what kind of icon. Okay, okay, good. So let's delete this one. I'll say delete this one. There's no need for a button. Right, cool. So let's see if we can give this our brand color, our yellow brand color. All right, so let's animate some things here. So let's make this one zoom. Okay, so we can animate any element, right? And to animate an element, let's click on settings and let's click on effects. And then we'll go over here. Let's put slide, or let's put zoom. So when people, yeah, so when you open the page, it just animates like that. And let's also try to animate this by clicking on the element, clicking on settings, clicking on slide, and let's just put, yeah. Okay, so let's toggle this button which says infinite animation. So it just keeps animating over and over again, right? So cool. So I think this looks better. All right. So yeah, so that's that for the header. So for this one, let's see, let's change another photo, like another image, right? Let's try to put a different image. Maybe put this one. All right. Then for the background over here, we can change it to our theme color. So let's make this one black. And yeah, that's the text part of it, black. And then for the button background, maybe we'll give it a yellow color. So let's give it a yellow color. All right. Cool. So not the best looking contact us form, but I hope you get the idea. So you can do a lot with this. Anyways, let's change the background of this one here, of this pizza. I think it's too white. Can make it a bit light. A little bit. All right. Okay. So for this one, we can decide maybe to change the background image. That's the column background image. So let's see what we can use. Maybe even be a good idea to change the background image. I don't know. Okay, but let's use something light though. Let's use something. Maybe we just use this one. Okay. Not much of a difference, but okay. So for this hello there, maybe we'll just change the color. Since our theme color is purple, we'll just change the color to purple. All right. We could also animate this by clicking on settings, effects, and zoom. Okay. All right. So over here, we have the accordion. Let's use the column settings, right? So in column settings, let's change the color. Let's ask a question. Maybe, do you accept returns? The answer can be provided here. So there's an icon here and you want it to be a paragraph. So you click on the icon elements and you click on delete. You click on this and you add, let's say, a text element. And then on that text element, you can then answer the question. And let's say, yes, we accept. Yes, we have a 30 days refund policy. And let's say there's a second question here. How long is shipping, for example? And here you can answer the question. If this button doesn't answer the question, what you can do is delete this button element, click on the plus icon, maybe add a text element, and then go ahead and answer the question. So just come over here and delete. Shipping takes only 3 days. If that's the answer. So you just write an answer that you know that depending on your business, your company, your strategy, you know the right answers, you just put them. I'm just showing you an example of what you can do. I'm not saying copy and paste the same exactly to your store. Definitely, that's not what I'm saying. So you can change the color of the text to, let's say, a black color. You can change the color of this text over here as well. Let's say a much darker black color. Let's put text color. Let's just make it okay. Okay, just want it to pop a bit more. All right, if you're satisfied with it, you can change the background color. The background color is white, right? The background color is white. You can change that to maybe a bit of white if you want. It all depends on you. So again, this is the element setting. Under the element setting, you see this element setting, but under the accordion, right? So you can click on icon over here. Over here it says none. So you can go ahead and put any of these kind of icon, depending on what you want. We can put this one here. And then over here, we can increase the icon. We can make the elements, the accordion collapsible, right? So I think this is okay. So we can update, right? So if you want to view what we've done on the live sites, we just clicked on that link. And then here, you can now see the contact us page on live sites. So let's go back, right? So this is the link we clicked on when we wanted to view. All right. I think this is okay. It may not be the best, but this is okay. And this really teaches you the basic stuff you need to know when designing a contact us page. So I hope you find this tutorial helpful. I hope this tutorial was good enough. I know it's good enough, but I hope you find this tutorial helpful. I hope you're able to really understand how to design a contact us page on WooCommerce. All right, if you have any questions and if you're interested in learning the full how to design a WooCommerce website, just go over to our website, bosslink.com, and take the full course. And if you're already seeing this tutorial from the course section of the website, be reminded that we also have the forum section where you can ask any questions and get help from the community and from the team and from our team if you have any questions, right? So that's that. I hope you did find this tutorial helpful and you really understood how to design a contact us page on WooCommerce. All right, that's that for now. Take care and bye-bye.